For today's video, I have a thrift haul for you all, and it's been a while since I've done one, so I'm excited. I've actually been participating in a bit of a no-buy. I'm doing the 75-day hard style challenge over on my Instagram if you're interested, and I've been posting my outfits pretty much every single day, getting dressed every single day, and also in addition to that, not buying anything for the duration of this challenge. But I haven't purchased anything since the beginning of January. I had thrifted like a top and some jeans, but outside of that, I made no purchases for the month of January, nor February, nor March, right up until this final week. So I've pretty much made it the 75 days without buying any clothes, but I'll admit I'm weak. ThredUp had some really good sales going on, and they definitely got me. But since I've been doing a really good job with not buying anything, while I have thrifted a decent amount of things in the past year, my spending has been slowing for some time now, and I've been trying to be a lot more critical of what I'm buying, what I'm drawn to, what I already own, what I'm going to get use of realistically, really honing in on what my sense of style is and what sorts of things should I be buying and what kind of things do I want to avoid. And getting dressed every day has been so helpful in helping me narrow all of that down. So while I am making a purchase a little early, not totally through the challenge yet, I feel good about the things that I got, and I've already worn some of the items quite a few times, so I don't feel too bad about breaking my no-buy streak. It's more about mindful, smart purchases, but I'll save some of those thoughts for another video because I definitely want to talk about my experiences with that and what that has been like and everything I've learned. But back to the point of this video, a thrift haul. Like I said, ThredUp was running some really good sales, and they had a $30 off the $89 free shipping total. Ultimately, what I ended up spending was $60, and I got 7 items. So altogether, the accumulative value was like well over $130, but I paid $60 for everything. Some pieces were more expensive and some were cheaper, but everything averages out to about $8 a piece, granted my total. But everything is either a really good staple or really funky, fun statement piece. So I've got a fun mix of clothes for you all. So we're gonna try to clip my mic on my shirt. I apologize if the audio quality is shitty, but we're working with what we have. So our first item is this gray midi skirt. It's a really pretty charcoal color with a nice minimalist floral graphic on, and the brand is Old Navy. And I paid around $5 for this. Unfortunately, there is some damage, which you will see in the try on, and the zipper is a little bit busted in the back, but I can cover it up with a larger top. But I'm thinking about messing with it and doing some kind of DIY with safety pins, something like that, to kind of work with the damage and just make it a little bit more fashionable instead of it obviously having a problem with the slip of the skirt. But I don't own anything like this. I have some skirts in this style, but none quite this length, and I have been drawn to the color gray lately, and I thought this would just be a cool basic to have when I want to reach for a color palette that I don't typically go for. So I think it's a great piece because of all of that. And again, the skirt itself is beautiful and nice. I'm just a little bit bummed about the damage, but maybe I can figure something out with that. If not, I think it's fine just putting things over top of it, and I can't be too mad at it for $5. Next, we have this really fun blouse, and it is from Zara, and it's a little difficult to see on camera, but it's got this really little collar and then some buttons down the front. I really love the colors of this. Even though this is a modern piece of clothing, it feels very 90s, 80s. I love the graphic on it and that vintagey sort of floral. But I think those really bold blues and purples are really pretty. Mixed with all the other colors, I just really love everything that's going on. And then the sleeves are also a little bit of a puff sleeve. Not quite a quarter sleeve, but a bit shorter than that. It cuffs in right there and then also has more buttons on the sleeve. And there's the back, there's the front. I went for this piece once again. The colors are not something I'm typically drawn toward, but I think they really work actually. Because of all the colors going on, there's so many different tones and shades you can choose from for styling, so it's a really fun top for that reason. And I think it'll be really versatile and just go with a lot of different things. And I've realized I have a lot of tops that are more minimal. While that top is not necessarily over the top or overly busy or anything, I still think it's a funkier piece. And like I said, I've been really lacking in prints like that, in more bolder graphics up top. So that's a really perfect, versatile piece to go with so many things in my closet. And I'm pretty sure that one was around $7. My next piece is this gray jacket. Again, really drawn to this color right now, but it has such beautiful detailing. It's nice and sparkly. It's really well made. It's got these crazy huge buttons on the front, and the collar is just really rounded, very sweet. It goes all the way around the back with some cute little detailing on the bottom, and that carries around all around the jacket. I have to show you the lining too because it's so cute. I just love when there's that extra little detail. And also, I thought that little heart patch was so cute. It just says Walter Girl, and that is the brand Walter. There's also this cool little metal detail inside, and the buttons are these clasp style, so you just push them together. But it's very cute, very mod. It's a bit cropped and more fitted, so it fits my proportions really well. And again, a super versatile piece that will go with anything. It is a jacket, which is kind of dumb to get a jacket right now because I'm not sure how many wears I'm going to get before the heat rolls around. But in the try-on, I styled it as a top, and I thought it was really fun that way. I really do see myself wearing that as a jacket a lot in the transitional seasons, but it also works as a top when it is colder out, so that's something to keep in mind. I think that was also around $7. And yeah, there's not too much to say about it. It's a pretty straightforward piece, but it's a really good classic, really good quality, and it's just gonna last me a really long time. And most of my jackets are black or denim. I have some variety of options, but nothing quite like this one. So I think it's a nice addition to my jacket collection. Next, we have one of the most impractical pieces of clothing I've ever bought, and it is these Topshop hot pants, like shorty shorts. When I say they're short, I mean, they are short, but they're so cute. Look at how they sparkle. The color is absolutely beautiful, amazing quality, and they do fit very well, but they are like exactly to my body. So there's not a lot of wiggle room in terms of styling. I can layer tights with them and tuck some stuff in, but I was also thinking they're great for sheer items and layering in that way so you can see the sparkle underneath something. But these are definitely not meant to be the most functional piece of clothing, obviously. I just think that they're a blast, and I own nothing like this. The sequins are super itchy, so I definitely have to tuck things in and wear tights and stuff. But they're comfortable enough. I definitely got these with more like styling purposes in mind. They're definitely a piece that is more for fun than practicality. But I think they're phenomenal and definitely a blast from the past. It gives me like soft grunge, Tumblr kind of vibes, indie sleaze. And I do think this is my first Topshop piece. I have to say these are pretty good quality. Like for being secondhand, not a sequin is out of place. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these for videos and stuff like that. And I think maybe I'll work up the courage to wear these to like a concert or something. If I ever see Paramore again, I think this is gonna be my go-to. Next, we have this leopard blazer by Carolina Bell, and it is just so good. Again, it is pretty damaged, so I was a little bummed about that. There's some pilling and roughed up, like loose threads. Some of the texture is a bit messed up here. And it's secondhand, I get it. I know it's not going to be perfect, but it is frustrating when they advertise items as being in excellent condition, but they never are. The gray skirt was listed as excellent, and so was this. And there have been some items in the past I've gotten as well that had just huge holes in them. Just to warn you, in case you haven't used ThredUp before, their quality check can be a little hit or miss. When I'm inspecting it, the damage is quite obvious, but I think when it's on, it's not as noticeable. Luckily, the print is busy enough that it hides that. But just an observation, some of my pieces were definitely way beyond damage than what was listed. But this blazer fits great. It's super comfortable. I've already worn this a couple times. It's got shoulder pads, these cool funky buttons on the sleeves. And since it is an outerwear piece, it's technically a jacket, I can wear it so many different ways. I feel like there's so many possibilities with that. I think it's very punk, very Nana. It's really cool. I paired it with a red top recently and I loved how that looked. It's just another really great classic piece to have in my closet. And I have been trying to thrift one of those fuzzy leopard jackets for so long, but I have never had any luck. I always find things that are like kind of what I want, but not what I want. So I've hold off on buying anything and I just keep looking and waiting and waiting. But this jacket did catch my eye and I thought it had potential. I wasn't sure what the texture was going to be like because on ThredUp it's really hard to tell. But it is like kind of a digital, like silky print. But the quality is really nice. The construction of the jacket's really good. It's nice and thick. So it doesn't look like cheap at all. In my opinion, it looks really luxe actually. And a lot of these items did retail originally for quite a lot. I'm not sure what that jacket originally cost, but probably a decent amount. Doing this style challenge, I've realized that I really like blazers, and so I was open to trying this one when I saw it, and it's now scratched that itch for the leopard jacket that I've been yearning for a while. And I don't know, I just feel really good in it. I think it's really cool. Now this one, I'm pretty sure I paid closer to 15. Still technically, girl math, I paid $8. I think this tag is difficult to read. I think it's for all mankind, but it also has a 7 on it. I'll put the text on screen. But it is this really crazy, huge, like puff sleeve, kind of macrame, netted almost material. And it's really long. It buttons all the way down. It's got this great collar. And then the bottom hem is like 3D stars. It's all shaped at the bottom. So it looks really cool when it's draped like that. And when I originally ordered it, I thought it was going to be like a tan color, but it is like a very bright, kind of almost neon peachy color. So I was a little worried when I first got this that it just wasn't going to look good on me, but I don't think it looks too bad. And this is just going to be a really fun layering piece. It's very over the top, but it's simple enough because of the solid coloring that I think I can wear this a lot of different ways. And it will be great to throw on top of dresses, over jeans. I think layering with different turtlenecks and sweaters could be cool. And because it is so large and like voluminous, I think there's so many possibilities with how to style this. I just have to get a little creative and play around with it and see. But I was instantly drawn to this. It's such a unique item. And I, like many others, have been really into stars as a graphic, but I don't think this looks too trendy. This definitely fits a lot of styles, a lot of different aesthetics, and I think he has something to say also. Thank you for your input. And now this dress is pretty much the entire reason I put in this order in the first place. And it is from Tula Rosa. And this dress, technically, I paid $26 for, which is steep for me when it comes to secondhand. Obviously, I try to pay as little as I can, but this piece was just worth it to me because I just fell in love, and I can't put a price on that. But it is this Alice in Wonderland baby doll dress, but it's got a drop waist, all this really ornate, beautiful detailing. The color is stunning. It's like this bluish, grayish turquoise color. Okay, he's freaking me out. Get out of here. He's like, let me come sit with you, but also don't move or touch me or I'm gonna bite you. Typical day as a cat owner. But the length of it hits me perfectly. It's not too short, but it's not overly long. I really like the length of it. It all buttons together. It's made of 100% cotton, so it is super comfortable. It's really spacious. I live for like an oversized, frilly, ridiculous sack dress. Like that type of dress is always going to be my favorite. I love just feeling free and mobile. I love fabrics that let my body breathe, and this dress is perfect. I feel like there's just so much potential with styling. Giving Victorian, haunted, baby doll. I just love it. The detailing is so good, and the condition of it is pretty much perfect. But I was definitely nervous spending that much on it. I overall think it is worth the price. And like I said, with the discount and everything, and my total being $60, girl math, I didn't pay $26 for it. I paid $8 because I wanted to get the total up higher anyways, because I didn't want to buy like 5,000 pieces of clothing that I like kind of liked. I wanted to make sure that I loved everything I was getting. Well, some of the quality was a little hit and miss. I think overall I'm very satisfied with my purchase. I think everything is super cool, really funky. Every piece is unlike anything else that I already own. Everything is distinct and different, but fits in with everything that I have perfectly. And so I can definitely say breaking my no buy streak was certainly worth it. But you have to let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite item is. And also I would love to hear if you've had any good scores and finds at the thrift store lately, or if you've been trying to decrease your spending and wear more of what you already own. I'm definitely still in the mind where I'm not trying to buy as much, but I'm really happy that I got those items. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I super appreciate you being here, especially if you made it to the end. Have a wonderful rest of your day. May the thrift gods bless you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.